Hi, my name is Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play. Where we I know how to sign on. I'm just kind of thrown off right now because I owe this game an apology. Anyway, my name is Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play. We're playing The Legend of Dragoon. I owe this game an apology apparently because last time I tried to leave a certain amount and got to about here and turned around and went, oh hey, so this game has nothing for completing its quest. I needed to walk one step forward, and there we go. We have the I feel refreshed. I don't. Is that Dart saying that? I wonder if the healing power of Shirley still remains here. Is that just? I don't know. Anyway, so I wasn't actually going to start this episode here. I was going to go do some things and get set up, but then I ran into that little text blurb, which is the finality that I was looking for at the end of last episode. And then I went on a several-minute rant instead of leaving the area, and if I had just tried to leave the area, then the rant would have been averted. So, whoops. Anyway, so yeah, here's the plan for the day. We've got only like one more thing to. I should have used stuff. Whatever. We've only got like one more thing to do before we start pushing our way towards the end game, and that is we have a super boss to consider fighting. It's fine. It's fine. I'm also curious, was that little text blurb, did I actually get healed from that, or was that just a, hey, Shirley is free? No, those two are at full health, and everybody has all their mana, so I guess I did get healed. Neat. Let's not go down and talk to the merchants. So the worst part about everything here. Yeah, I should have gone and talked to the merchants. I do have a lot of money, and they have some weird, decent things, I think. Anyhow, words. I needed to go 2 steps to the right. That's it. I just needed to go 2 steps to the right to get the finality that I was looking for at the end of last episode. And I'm mad about that circumstance. I'm not mad at the game this time. I want to be clear that I am mad about the circumstances. That I just feel bad for going on this tirade about the game for not doing a thing, and it clearly did it. I was just 2 steps to the right. Anyway, so at this point we have our 50 Stardust. We need to go back to Rouge, turn in the 50 Stardust, get all of our stuff from, I don't remember what her name is, person who needs Stardust for what, doing medical things for girl or something, I don't know. It's fine. Anyway, we need to turn in our 50 Stardust, get our MacGuffin, and then we need to come back way up here, not into this exact dungeon, but back up in this area, go down a glacier, go up some weird tubes, solve a dumb maze of teleport silliness, and then we can go and try to fight the super mage of old. Oh boy, total vanishing, my favorite. However, I'm pretty sure in order to do all of this, we're going to have to switch discs at least once, possibly twice, which does mean that this is a slightly weird episode, but hey, when is it not with this game, quite frankly? There's been so many weird tech issues. Speaking of tech issues, I had to perform some minor VHS surgery between episodes, and hopefully everything is recording correctly. It seemed to be fine in a quick test that I did. Hopefully it's maintaining that. Does this work? Good. So if it's been a while since you've looked at a VHS tape, you might recall that there are like these little windows into the tape to see like where the spool is, and by looking at that you can actually tell whether or not a tape is rewound. You can see how far the tape is across the two spools that it's on, which, unless you start actually paying attention to VHSs, you have no reason to try to figure out which side is rewound, which, by the way, the general, the emoji for VHS, by the way, or at least on Android, is not rewound, and it does bother me. Anyway, those little windows are just like clear plastic bits that are glued onto the tape, like within the tape enclosure. And yes, we are saving here because I think I'm going to have to switch discs. We'll find out pretty quickly here. Anyway, I grabbed the tape that I'm currently recording with wrong, and accidentally pressed in a little bit with that, on that little window, and unfortunately that did push in the that pushed in the window, and just like the old, ancient glue at this point popped off, and just like the entire thing was just floating around loose. Couldn't leave it like that. Okay, yeah, we do need to switch discs. I'll finish the story and then we'll do that. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit here and stare at please insert disc 4. Anyway, popped open a VHS and super glued some stuff. So that's the end of the story, I guess. But yeah, VHSs are actually like fascinating little bits of technology. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, here we go. Back to disc 4, where we can enter Flet's Twin Castle Town, yada yada, place what has a boat that will let me go to the other place and turn in my Stardust. Also, we do have a pretty large pile of money right now, and I should probably use that on, don't remember what it's called. Maybe it's in here, and I can just look in this quick shop right over here, and maybe, no, that's the accessory shop. One of these shops. I need to look it up, quite frankly. One of the great powerful armors that we were teased with early on that cost like 10,000 gold each. This is just an item shop, which I do actually need to buy more of these, which thankfully they are cheap. Here's the weapon shop. Is it on the previous screen? I think it's on the previous screen. Boo. Go back there. Anyway, there is the helmet, what is real good, that we were teased with real early on. And I think it does something like block half. No, it's not here anyway. There is a helmet in some early store, or at least fairly early store, that is like, hey, cool, this helmet blocks 50% of magic damage. Which, surprise, that sounds real useful going into fight, the Mage of Eld super magic super boss. Would probably be real handy. Gosh dang it. actually pay attention to the dialogue that says, "Let me on the boat, please." And hopefully won't run into any of those stupid parrots that are a rare spawn that suck. That's it. They just suck. I don't remember what they're supposed to drop in terms of like money or items or experience, but they are just an unpleasant thing, and they're just like a, hey, cool, nope, here we go, one of the birds. This bird, you know what, actually, I think I still have the page open. Let's just see if I can find it real fast. Looks like, no. Cool. So these birds... will just have a random chance to run away. I don't remember what the bird itself specifically is susceptible to. Would you just leave, bird? Do I need to be the one to run away? Alright. Tried searching while running from that fight. It did not work. Oh wait, something I can actually fight and, you know, kill. Hooray!
Demon stance.
We made it. Hooray. Dang, blocked by random pots. You're not completely well. Take it easy, Lil. Hey, Martel. Martel here. Are you sure? Thank you very much, then. Gave 24 Stardust. Ah, it's my chance to return the favor. Take this. It's the rare thing I promised. Acquired War God Sash. And also rainbow earrings. Meh? It reminds me. This is the 50th Stardust. I made it! I made it! I collected all the stardust in the world! I did this. I wish happiness for my daughter. I wish a bright future for my daughter. Huh? Lil? I had a strange dream. There was a woman. She said, "I'll give you happiness." Isn't it strange? I'm already happy now. I got my ma and my baby brother, and that's happy enough, isn't it? I guess you're right. Ma, I can't breathe. Oops. Sorry. Thanks to you, not only has Lil found happiness, but I have too. In return for your favor, take this. I feel some special power from this stone. A really special one. It might be useful for your journey. Just take it. Acquired MacGuffin. Thanks a million. I won't forget about you ever. I love being healthy. It's all thanks to you. Kids are treasure chests of life. Okay. That's a phrase. When you become a parent, you'll understand what I mean. I don't think I will. Anyway, well, hey, we did it. And because I don't want to take any chances with the sea and having to watch that again, I am going to just go ahead and save here. I think, unfortunately, we do have to sail back across the world. Back to Tiberoa Flets, leave, go back through the castle, leave Flets. And then once we're on the world map again, then we can fly back over to the glacier, where I'm pretty sure we're going to have to switch discs back to disc 3. And then at that point we can try our super boss with minimal to no preparation. Huh. Oh, right, I should actually, like, check out the things that I got. And while I could press square to, like, go onto my boat and then, like, look at menus in there, I don't want to have to press square, talk to the captain, and have him explain ship stuff again, and then go into a menu and then go back out. Oh boy, it's one of these guys. Thank you. So yeah, at any point in combat, the bird can just decide to run away. I think the bird might be the one that can only be damaged through confusion. Which, again, and I'm trying to leave as much me complaining about the game in the previous episode, since that was the plan there. But it does make it to where it's like we require, if we were to try to do anything with these birds, and if I'm remembering correctly, that the birds are in fact the things that require being confused to be damaged. Then we need to confuse the bird, wait a couple turns for it to injure itself, and, like, again, there's the matter of how does the bird even get confused, and that's, like, there are at least items that we can purchase from somewhere, I forget where, but technically we can purchase consumable items that allow us to throw confusion at the bird. The problem, of course, being that once the bird is confused, then it just kind of uses things randomly and might attack itself and might just run away. So yeah, it's one of those like, no, this is just not going to happen sorts of situations. One of the other secret monsters that, you know, has 5 hit points but can only take 1 hit point per turn that it is actually being affected, etc., etc. I believe that, like, if I remember correctly, it's like it can only be injured through poison, which is like poison it, wait for it to take 2 points of damage, and then use the magic sigil stone thing on it. And at that point, because it's magic sigil stone and can't do anything, but it still gets turns, it will still like take down the last 3 points of health. Anyway, Orgod Sash raises SP by 50%. I don't think that's actually what that does. Luckily, I have one of these fantastic classic ye old walkthroughs to stare at instead, and let's go see what it, you know, correctly tells me what is happening. Items. Here we go. Orgod Sash. Somewhere in here. Orgod Sash. Just, nope. Still just says raises SP by 50%. So is that like just gain 50% more? Or, I mean, I guess we can equip that. Yeah, like we're not seeing any numbers change. So I think that's just like gain more SP, which honestly is kind of neat. Rainbow Earring, avoiding all abnormal status. That's quite good, actually. However, it's not as good as not having to interact with the timed hit system, and instead just dealing max damage at all times, and being able to ramble while I play. Again, I do wonder how much of the timed hit system I would be more interested in partaking with if I were not doing this as a Let's Play, where I'm like having the split focus. Prime example there, having to just stop in the middle of my sentence to focus on the game to make sure I'm going into the right place. That, if I were just playing this for myself, would I be having more fun with the time hit system? And I think I've settled on the answer is probably not. I remember adoring the timed hit system in Super Mario RPG. But I don't think I've particularly enjoyed this one too much. And again, you know, there's at this point like 60 hours of me playing this game and ranting and raving and continually complaining about it for the whys and whatnots of it. And I'm not going to get into it again because I'm trying to swear off of it so hard for these last couple episodes. It's like we're so close to the end of the game. Okay, so I think I just saved right over there, but we're going to save again because we're at the front door of the glacier. I think I have to switch disc back to disc 3 to go back into the glacier, which is another fun cutaway experience. If so, we'll find out here in about, I don't know, however long it takes for this game to save, which is a little bit, but that's fine. Like, that's just the tech of the day. I don't know. Something back in my day, Baldur's Gate would take so long to load that I would have staring contests with like the skull image on the screen. Anyway, so yeah, we need to switch disc again. So hey, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back yet again. And once again, we're going into this glacier. In the meantime, while the game is loading, because it does take a solid minute to start the game up and load into a save. I know I've done the editing for everything constantly. There's looking at the rare monster guide or whatever to see if I can figure out like what all of the rare monster things are and what my problems with each of them is. Guess I should actually like pay attention and maybe do some combat things for real instead of just tapping X. But also, I'm rambling.
Demon stouts.
So apparently, with the special monsters, the dumb little 5 hit point things that only take 1 damage from anything, apparently they can be killed with sachets, which deal damage, apparently. That whole item, I hate it so much. I know I said I was going to try to leave my complaints at the, in last episode, but no, the sachet was just like a really bad moment of this game for me. Like a legitimately terrible time, and like there's a multi-episode stint of like one that was where I had my first hardware difficulties of this playthrough. Why have there been so many in this playthrough? I don't know. The real answer is, of course, that I'm using aging tech, and this playthrough has been going on for... Oh, good lord, I just realized how long it's been. It's been going on for like 9 months. We're almost done. Ugh. Anyway, so yeah, that was my first issue with hardware and my recording process and everything in this playthrough. It was also just like a, hey, I did not understand what they were like trying to do with the sachet. The sachet's item description is really bad. Just flat out, it is not good. Talk to you. Yes. Okay. Mind Crush. Anyway, that did result in, a multi-episode wild goose chase, unfortunately. This is on me not paying attention to where things go. Is it, though? The actual path is below the fold here. You don't actually see which way you're meant to go forward until the screen scrolls down. So I'm gonna not take full blame on that little diversion there. We're gonna save way down here. When is it saving Aglas? Oh, right. That's what that save is. You know what? we've had file 11 open. Let's go ahead and use it. Anyway, so yeah, the whole sachet thing was just a really bad time for me and for this game. The translation of what it does is just like complete nonsense. Its description has no mention that it's going to like put enemies to sleep. It apparently does damage as well. And yeah, I have opinions about that. But apparently they can be used to just instantly kill any of the rare monsters, because they deal like, apparently it just does like 10 damage or something, which is enough to, it's just flat out enough to kill any of these creatures with only 5 health. Alright, let's make sure we are topped off for this boss fight that we're about to be going into with, you know, minimal preparation. So, well, hey. I really probably should have tracked down one of these helmets. Why did I do this? Should have tracked down one of these helmets at least for not Shauna, Miranda. Because she's heckin' squishy. Just flat out. She's so heckin' squishy. Alright, I don't remember if we can get into fights on the inside, so let's just pull one more out here so we can sit there and defend for a few turns and get our health back up. Alright, so while we wait for this combat and this stuff, let's have a dive through this walkthrough regarding the rare creatures. There was the yellow bird. I don't know if I ever saw one of these, but it is susceptible to physical damage. So that is just one where it's, hey, just keep attacking it and hope you hit. So that's fine. It only has 5 hit points, but it only takes 1 hit point of damage at a time. And it drops like 300 gold and an elude cloak, maybe. Which, I think we've seen that sort of thing, and that's like super late game gear? That sounds right. It might not be, but it sounds right. Next up, there's the Cursed Jar. I don't think we ever ran into one of those either. One more turn for Dart and then we're good to go. Cursed Jar also susceptible to melee physical damage, but occasionally puts up a physical damage shield, so a nuisance, but that's fine. It's worth 300 experience points, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I think that might actually be more than I was getting. I think it is. I think that is more than I was getting from all of my grinding I was doing. There's the 00 parts, which of course we ran into a few of those because those jerks sure did do a whole heckin' murder on my party real early on and didn't feel great. apparently, it's also susceptible to melee damage, or physical damage. And is, in fact, just one of those, do the thing. Just fight it. Okay, there is a save point up here. Let's go ahead and do that save. The reason we're saving in save slot 11, by the way, is if this does go really, really, really poorly, we're just going to load up the save that was back on the world map instead of, you know, some save down here in the glacier, and I will have to walk back out and be grumpy about it. No, this way, Dart. Apparently, Double O Parts is worth 600 gold. We're going to go down this list real quick and then start this fight. Bluebird. It's one that I don't think I ever saw. Physical damage, I guess. 1,000 experience. That's super good. Treasure Jar is the one that I did run into and fight it. It was magic damage only and was a major pain to try to kill. But I did manage to do it. Ruby Ring, which you can sell for a lot of gold, apparently. The Redbird, never saw one of these. Magic only. Defeating it will give you 1,000 gold and a Phoenix Plume. Is that the, that is the helmet that I've got on Dart, which is a really nice helmet as far as I remember. I don't remember what it does, but it's quite good as far as I recall. So that would be great to get more of those. The Lucky Jar. Is the one that you can only damage with poison. You get 300 gold and a Moon Serenade, which is the restore mana to the entire party. Rainbow Bird is the one we keep seeing on the ocean. It is in fact the one that requires you to do confusion on it. If you manage to kill it, then it's worth 3,000 experience. So that's nice. And then there's one that is in a future zone that we haven't seen. So of course I haven't run into it. And apparently it has 6,000 health. It doesn't run away from battle. It's just a regular fight. Huh. Cool. And it's worth 2,000 experience, which is, again, enormous. Anyway, let's go fight a super boss. My name is Faust. I should probably give him a more ominous voice. The command! Nah. Alright, Old Ghost Mage. The commander of the super mobile fort Flanvel. Below is the land of taboo. Nobody is allowed to pass through. If you would like to stay alive, go away at once. Faust. I think I heard something about it in Ulara. Magician Faust, the most powerful wizard of the Winglies. But this is a mere apparition of him.
Oh no, that stone is the vanishing stone.
I know. If it is the apparition, it should vanish with this.
Heck.
Faust is using the apparition, it seems. He really doesn't want anybody to go below. What is down there? That's what we're going to find out. Right? Box. Dragon Helm, which is actually real nice. However, I think... So that is the thing what increases health by a whole heckin' lot. I'd really like to throw that on Miranda. But also, her magical hat is what's giving her 50 extra magic points. And also boosting up that, you know, those magic numbers. That's really tempting. Yeah, she really could use the hit points. Okay, so the Phoenix Plume does protect against a bunch of status effects. That does give Dart a tremendous amount of health with the Dragon Helm, though. Rose only has as much health as she does because of that Dragon Helm. Right, instant death. Love that. Love that that is a thing in this game still. She's sacrificing... At that point, it's only like 5% of her magic attack. The loss in MP is the greater loss by far. Because with 150 MP, she's able to do things like cast her big old dragon magic and then also do some healing. And basically, during her Dragoon time, she can make use of the entire time and still be magical. Quite frankly, she could use the defense and the hit points a lot more. And now we will wait for her to get all of her hit points back. This sounds like a boss fight. Madman and Basilisk.
Die. Demon stouts.
Alright, you still die in one hit. I'd really prefer for you to just defend this turn, but I want to get that Sigil Stone out. Now everybody sit around and defend. I guess I should throw a speed up at Miranda. These, again, like, these items are really cool. That they have, like, the repeatable items that you can sit there and use and just, like, once per fight do, like, here's the damage burst or whatever. It's really cool that you have that as an option. It, again, it comes down to the inventory space is the problem. And it's the root of so many problems. But that's fine. Okay, so now that we've come down here and at least gotten a dragon helm, it might be worth walking out even if things go poorly. So, hey, let's save once again. Welcome to the start, stop, and go episode. I'm also looking at my recording clock, and it's much further along than I would like it to be, but there is at least a couple of minutes that I need to cut out. That's just me changing discs. Is this like a full dungeon, though, and not just like, here's a super boss? The two entrances over there. Faust is in one of them. Huh? What is this trembling? Is the ground rotten? This ground is rotten too. Don't mind me, I have absolutely no idea which direction I came from. Does not help that I can't just like press left or right. I have to like press one of the directions. Blah 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 blah. Aha! Is this a dead end? Then what was the apparition of Faust on about then? Run! Hello, boxes. Where are we? It seems to be the bottom of Flanvel.
You crafty humans, the sin of contaminating my sacred Flanvel is an idiocy worthy of total death.
This is not an apparition or ghost, it's the true magician Faust.
It is surprising to see a person who still knows my name after 11,000 years. Even more amazing is that you have not the vanishing stone that turns away my apparition. It's a miracle.
Has he been living since the Dragon campaign just like you, Rose? It seems so. You stopped being surprised since you met Charles. Charles? Charles. It is not unusual to live for 10,000 years. You agree with me, Faust?
Not bad. Being human and being ageless. And what is it you desire? Do you want to serve me, the ruler of the world? You're the ruler of the world? In the near future, after the remobilization of my Flanvel.
This voice was a mistake.
The eternal absolute dominance which even Melbu Frama couldn't achieve the day I, Faust, become the king of the world.
He's annoying. What are we going to do, Dart? Well, go fight Win. We gotta finish him. We cannot leave such a dangerous guy alone.
Huh. You are ignoring me, the feared wizard. I now understand your desire. You desire painful, wretched death. It will be no problem. I'll grant it to you now.
Super boss, super boss, super boss. Let's go. Alright. Place your bets now on whether or not I get my butt completely kicked. Hey, no fair. Why do you have, cultist? Who cannot be targeted? That's a little concerning.
Die. Demon stance.
Well, Rose still hits real hard.
Behold the hot marble!
Well, just a hunch, but maybe... Miranda, seriously, what the heck? Where's your turn? Alright, well, Miranda is actually going to get a turn. Kind of... Given how things have gone, I kind of doubt this is gonna work out in my favor. I suppose first maybe I should go get myself 30,000 money and buy 3 hats of take half as much damage from magic. It's really rude that Rose got taken out in a single hit. And also Dart doesn't recover enough from being raised to survive a hit. And as much as I don't want to, probably should pull in kind of wonder if I should pull in Albert so he can do his, like, hey, defense magic, go. And I probably need to pull in, I probably need the hat that makes me take half as much damage from magic, because this guy's going to be just doing magic constantly. Hey, you actually get a turn. With that turn, I would like for you. Chill this guy out. So if we can manage to get everybody back on their feet at least.
Light. God save us. Gates of heaven.
Alright, well, we're back where we started, except he's down, 5,000 health almost. Oh boy, I get another turn? How thoughtful, game.
Die. Demon stance.
Oh. Okay, then. Need you to attack so you can get your Dragoon magic back. That may have been a mistake, but we'll find out. Of course you target her. Rude. You're fine, Dart.
Die. Demon stance.
Alright, at least should master type, so maybe she'll take less damage from it. Alright, she still has that. Great. Bye, Dart. Good lord, he gets so many turns. Well, the good news is, he apparently only has 26,000 health. So we've, like, taken about a fifth of that out. See if we can get Dart up and a cure off.
Light. Die. Demon stance.
This is fine. It's at least light base damage, so, you know. Much as I hate going Dragoon, it does increase defenses, so let's try that. Hot dang, I did it. I did the thing. For a good chunk less damage than he would deal if I just attacked. This is fine. It's only water, ice-based damage, which, you know, Dart's weak to. Get wrecked, specifically Dart.
Light.
What else do I have down here? Not much. Cool. Should have just attacked as Miranda because Rose is not going to survive. Unless... she's still probably not going to survive. Unless...
Die. Demon's dance.
oh, good lord. Okay, that's just rude. My dude, who said you could have so many turns in a row? That's gonna hit all of them, and that's probably gonna take Miranda out. Is it hitting all of them, or is that just targeting Dart? I can't tell. It is hitting all of them. Hey, Miranda's alive. Okay, here's the plan. Try to get Rose back up. I was thinking that I would use one of the mana restoring items and then try to get a white silver dragon going, but honestly, this guy's gonna have so much magic defense, is it even worth it? Versus just getting like dart to attack or something. The worst part is, I'm pretty sure he is countering all of my hits. So when I do attack, he's getting an extra chance to do damage. And depending on what all of these various sigils are... Okay, it's at least fire, and it's at least fire on dart, so it's the type matchup nonsense. It still is a lot of damage. Dart's still alive, though. That's important. Beans. I was really hoping Miranda would get a chance to go next so that she could cure everybody, because if I waste a turn with Rose healing... This doesn't work on bosses, right? Haha! That damage was actually almost reasonable. Alright. Pretty sure that's game. So what I've learned is this is in fact entirely doable. Like, if we had the Legend Cast hat thing, what gives us... If we had that hat... I always forget about this game over screen being... whatever this is? What is this game over screen? Like, this is really... I don't know, like, Final Fantasy VII always kind of had a weird... Final Fantasy VII had a weird game over screen in that it was like this weird, like, film reel that was getting cut or something. I don't... It's been a long time since I've seen it, so whatever. But, like... Now that one was just weird, too. But... I don't know, this one is just kind of like, here's some of the Dragoon symbols, and over, like, this weird acid burn everything. Anyway, we're calling it for today because it's gone quite long, and I don't want to. However, that's really doable. Like, that is legitimately really probably quite doable. Like, if we had the Legend Cask or whatever that helmet does, I have a page open here, so why don't I just go ahead and look it up. For body armor, and hats, goods, repeat items, of which there's several I missed, by the way. Weapons, where are helmets? Headgear, there we go. So the Legend Cast, which costs 50. Oh wow. Okay, so the Legend Cask is like, it's 10,000 money. It has a significant boost to magic attack, a significant, like deeply significant magic defense, as in like 127, whereas everything else is like 10 at best. And then a 50% magic avoid chance. That's way back at Lohan. So, well, hey, apparently there's also a bunch of armors that are super good immediately forward from where I left off, and those would help. I'm really torn on whether or not to like come back to this as like another episode of like, hey, now that we've prepared, let's see what we can do, or just not. I don't know. Anyway, let's call it a day here. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce, this has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.